Captain on the bridge.
Alright, Captains, we are back on the bridge, and today they released the blog for the legendary bug ship. So, what we're going to do is go over the blog. We're going to drop our 2 ECs and see how this is. I missed the stream last night, but I did see the ship. And we will just go over what I think about the ship in my final thoughts. So here we go, on screen. So there it is, the Legendary Dominion Captain's Bundle. Well, again, we'll give my final thoughts at the end, but there it is. That is the new legendary bug ship. Look of it's quite aggressive. There is no doubt about that. But here we go. Let's go over the blog. Soldiers of the Dominion are bred for battle and prepared to face the hardships of a violent galaxy before they have even been gifted their first vial of Ketracel White. And even with some focused breeding and training, there remains room for improvements. Coming very soon, captains interested in the Dominion experience will be able to bypass a portion of that further progress by instantly boosting one Jem'Hadar soldier directly to level 65 and gaining special equipment and benefits unique to their experience by way of obtaining the legendary Dominion Captain Bundle. We saw this coming. This valuable bundle includes all of the following features. Here we go. Immediately boost one Dominion character to level 65. Equipment, services, and other resources sufficient to allow this newly boosted character to be ready to enter the high-level content of Star Trek Online. High-level content. Includes Tier 5 reputation buyouts for Gamma Task Force and competitive war games. Wow. Wow. Interesting. Account-wide access to the legendary Jem'Hadar Vanguard pilot attack ship. This immense bundle will be available for a price of 9,000 Zen, with a special introductory offer of 50% off for a limited time until April 28 at 10 a.m. This bundle will release on April 14th on PC and is scheduled to appear shortly thereafter on console platforms. I really wish, Captains, that they would just release it at the same time, but it is what it is. It's something that we just have to get used to. They can obviously release things at the same time, just like right now, as we're recording this video, they drop First Contact at the same time. That may be obviously different with actual content that's being used by players, not events, but just saying, 2 ECs. But that's, wow, that is interesting. A 50% off the 9,000 for a Captain Bundle. Wow, that's wow. I'm blown away, sorry. We acknowledge that there is a difference in the relative value of elevating a Jem'Hadar character 65 due to their already accelerated starting experience. The pricing of this bundle and what types of additional items are included and which are not, compared to other factions, Legendary Boost have been adjusted to reflect this. Keep reading for complete details of what to expect from this value-packed opportunity. Advance immediately to max level. Appearing as part of this bundle is a max level boost which you can use to immediately set a character to max level. This powerful boost is yours to use as you see fit, provided a few restrictions are met. The character to be boosted must belong to the Dominion faction. The intended character must have completed the Dominion starting experience and spoken with Odo to choose their primary faction affiliation. You must have at least one character on your account that has already reached level 65. Provided these restrictions are met, the process is as simple as claiming the special item unlocked by your purchase of the bundle and applying it to the character of your choosing. This will immediately elevate that captain to their highest available rank and place an equipment bundle into their inventory, just like those other level 65 boosts. Ready to serve the Founders. After being boosted to max rank, your newly elevated Dominion captain will find themselves in possession of an equipment pack begging to be opened. This bundle within a bundle represents an incredible value of high quality gear and other resources ready to put you on the path to immediately enjoying what life at max level has to offer. This pack contains all of the following: 1 million energy credits. That's cute. They really need to boost this. That's nothing. I would say 10 million. 10 million, maybe. 25 mil. Make this worth it. 25 mil, period, point blank. There's some stuff on the exchange you can buy. Universal kit modules that you could use. Obviously, space consoles, space traits. Nothing is 1 million anymore. Okay, that is useful in the quote-unquote end game in terms of really high level competition at the end. And when I say competition, captains, let's be very point blank and clear. End game is whatever you make it. Whenever sometimes I refer to end game, that's usually high chasing DPS, endless ISCs. 1 million is going to get you nothing. Make it 25 million, maybe. 1 million expertise, that helps. 250 reputation dilithium vouchers, that will help. There is a lot of the endgame meta consoles, even weapons, are from the reputation. 5 specialization qualifications, 1 of each specialization. Use these to immediately train the bridge officers of your choice in the specialization you desire. 5 enhanced universal tech upgrades, no dilithium cost to apply. 36 inventory slots, 12 bank slots, 6 bridge officer slots, 2 starship slots, a full suite of very rare purple. You can really make this ultra rare, in my opinion. Ultra rare, we can get that just from our agents of yesterday. If we've completed that and all the tasks that needed to unlock that account wide, ultra rare Mark 13. Why couldn't you make this, especially at this type of costing level in terms of a premium bundle? I'm just saying, make these ultra rare. Mark 14, could you not make it 15? Seriously. Ground equipment and space equipment. Includes all basic kit modules for your chosen profession and many different options for outfitting your ship and your crew. All weaponry supports the Dominion use of their trademark Polaron energy type and includes ground weapon visuals distinctly belonging to the Dominion faction. Also includes an exclusive Jem'Hadar Kartikin unavailable anywhere else. Kartikin? Sounds like a bridge officer, I believe. 6 bridge officer equipment bundles. Since all Jem'Hadar captains are already outfitted with a talented crew of their fellow soldiers, we have included just the essentials to fully outfit them as you see fit. Each pack contains Mark 14 purple body armor, personal shields, 1 Jem'Hadar weapon of the player's choice from the list. Either Polaron dual pistols, beam pistol, compression, stun pistol, split beam rifle, high density beam rifle, sniper rifle. Dominion Science Bridge Officer WEYOUN clone. That's cool. I'll give him that. One of the founder's most well-respected servants can now join your crew. This updated template of a male Vorta has been specifically bred to be more combat ready than most of his peers and comes with the following special traits: superior creative, increased kit performance; superior pacifist, reduced threat, increased healing; telekinetic, increased effectiveness of knock, hold, and root; authority of the founders, unique; space, 7.5 all weapon damage, 1% critical chance, 2.5 crit severity. Interesting. Ground occasionally distributes Kitracel White to Jem'Hadar away team members, automatically refreshing their boosts, max once per 10 minutes. This might be really popular just because of this, the space. In my opinion. Just my opinion. My 2 ECs. All items received from this bundle are bind to character on pickup and have no energy credit value if discarded. So, again, there it is. Not my favorite look, but it is very aggressive. I do like the side profile though. That looks kind of cool. That looks kind of cool. So we'll go on here. Legendary Jem'Hadar Vanguard pilot attack ship. Let your honored first defend the Dominion in style in a never-before-released legendary starship, and unlock access to this incredible starship for all characters on your account. This modern update to the classic Dominion design has fully joined the ranks of the Vanguard and aims to take its rightful place as the pinnacle of its family of agile and fierce attack ships. Literally showing it twice here. Sorry, that's funny. Like other legendary starships, this vessel is meant to represent the pinnacle of an entire line of vessels it will include in a single starship. All the consoles, starship traits, and costumes, this is very important, and costumes from the entire line of Jem'Hadar attack ships. This includes the Jem'Hadar attack ship tier 5, the Jem'Hadar strike ship, recon ship tier 6. The ship also has a small added bonus of being added to very short list of ships that unlock a player's ability to obtain the Jem'Hadar attack ship and Jem'Hadar Vanguard gunboats hangar pets, provided the player also owns a Jem'Hadar ship with a hangar bay. Purchase of this bundle will unlock the ability for all characters on your account to claim and fly this versatile cruiser. Why would they call it a cruiser? You literally just called it an attack ship. Bruh. And will be the first Vanguard starship to be released without faction restriction. I'm sorry. What? Why would you call it a cruiser? You just called it anyways. Starship traits and specifications. That's a nice looking visual, I will admit. Since the days of the first contact with the Dominion, and throughout the course of multiple conflicts that led eventually to the Dominion War, the formidable Jem'Hadar attack ship has earned its reputation as a challenge whose capabilities outmatch its relatively small size. Adversaries have learned to never underestimate what feats a trained crew of a Jem'Hadar can accomplish from the bridge of one of the graceful and deadly starship. These. The legendary Jem'Hadar Vanguard pilot attack ship, that's a mouthful, comes with the following features from the previous ships within its lineage. Here we go. Console Universal Dominion Defense Screen. Upon reaching level 5 in the Starship's Mastery, you will unlock the Go for the Kill Starship trait. Captains, this is one of my favorite traits. We'll go over that in a bit. This trait can be found on a previous version of the Starship. Upon reaching level 6 in this Starship's Mastery, you will unlock the Vanguard Specialists Starship trait for all characters on your account. While this trait is slotted, all of your following specialist bridge officer abilities will have their recharge times reduced by 33% of their base recharge time. Surgical strikes, intel, suppression barrage, command, reroute reserves to weapons, pilot, recursive shearing, temporal operative, exceed rate limits, miracle worker. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, here's the stats. Tier 6, faction any, no tier mastery unlock required. So right off the bat, bam. And I believe on the stream they said that they're going to be doing this kind of retroactively with all of the previous releases, if I'm not mistaken, because I was just kind of skimming over what I'd missed on their stream yesterday. Required rank, of course, must complete the tutorial. Hull modifier 1.2, shield mod 1.0, 4 weapons 5, aft 2, defy slots 2. Here we go, the bridge stations. 1 commander tactical / pilot, 1 lieutenant engineering, 1 ensign science, 1 lieutenant commander universal, nice, 1 lieutenant commander universal intel. Of course, leaning into the intel because, well, they just previously revamped the intel, because why not? Consoles 5 TAC 4 Eng 2 Psi, base turn rate 20, impulse modifier 0.22, inertia 70, plus 15 weapon power, plus 5 engine power. Console Universal Dominion Defense Screen, can equip dual cannons. Pilot maneuvers. I do love a ship with pilot maneuvers. It is fun. Nova with pilot maneuvers doesn't make sense, but good fun. Experimental weapon slot equipped with Tachyon Agitator. Vanguard Wingman Ship Mechanic. Now, I'm going to speak to this a little bit later, but yeah, when I saw this on screen, I think an opportunity was missed, in my opinion. Starship Mastery Package Escort, of course, so precise weapon systems plus AC, plus defense, all damage, plus crit chance. Of course, go for the kill, Starship traits. Vanguard Specialist account unlocked Starship trait. There's the Admiralty stats, Eng 38, Psi 20, TAC 59. Special ignores Psi from events. That's useful. Not gonna lie, that is very useful. Account unlocks Starship trait, Vanguard Specialist while this trait is slotted. All the following special bridge officer abilities that provide weapon modification abilities will have their recharge time reduced by 33% of their base recharge time. So, surgical strikes from 30 to 20, suppression barrage from 45 to 30, reroute reserves, weapons from 30 to 20, recursive shearing 40 to 26.4. Could you have just not made it 26? It's the only one too. Exceed raid limits from 30 to 20 seconds. That's interesting. I actually like that. I like that. Especially this one, the command, surgical strikes, that's awesome. And of course, suppression barrage. Of course, recursive shearings. I've always liked exceed rated limits. I can English, I promise. So there's the experimental weapon, the Tachyon Agitator. Another squiggly looking beam. Captain, visually for me, I like to try, quote unquote, try as best as I can when I'm in sort of theme slash canon with one end mode, is to try to keep the visuals on my ships close to on screen as I can. That doesn't help. Just saying. Dominion weaponry has always had a knack for undermining and manipulating the protective energies used by starships, and this experimental armament is no exception. By exciting a localized tachyon resonance, I don't know why I found that funny, the targeted foe's shields will quickly drain over time. The resulting energy cascade will also interfere with the subsystem components of the enemy vessel, causing electrical damage and occasional subsystem failures. 360 targeting arc. Fires once per 5 seconds. Drains all shield facing over 5 seconds. Each second, 33% chance. Additional electrical damage. Ignore shields. All drains all subsystem power levels for 5 seconds. Special equipments. Here we go. Quad Polaron cannons. The Dominion has taken a page from the Federation's playbook after their experiences during the Dominion War. You have been at the many end of a Defiance quad phaser cannons and developed an analog to the supercharged weaponry found on one of their most noteworthy adversaries from that dark time. These special weapons hit harder than standard dual heavy cannons, but drain engine subsystem power when firing alongside their weapon power drain. They also have the standard Polaron energy proc. They will come as a level list on the ship, but may be upgraded if the player is above level 60, at which point they may be upgraded normally. Jumpstart your career as an honored first of the Dominion. Well, that was a lot. Okay, captains, here's our two ECs. Coming into this, I was thinking, you know what? Even yesterday, not interested in this bundle. Reason why? I already have this ship. I bought it, I remember maybe a couple, 2-3 years ago, especially for the go for the kill trait. I love that trait. That trait is meant, in my opinion, for the Defiant. Period, point blank. When you see these ships, the bug ships on DS9, they were actually shooting beams. They may have shot some cannons. I can't find a clip of them doing so. So for me, just like any other traits really, sometimes that trait's not really for that ship, but for you to get to apply to other ships, at least, again, in my 2 ECs. So I got it. There was no need for me to get this bundle. But going over this bundle, this is quite interesting. Because that's a huge discount, captains. That's a huge discount. 9,000 and then 50% off. Oh, so I mean, a 4,500 Zen for a ship, go for the kill. Right now, going back to go for the kill, I put that on my main. I do have alts that are on different ships. I have even one that I made up to level 30. He's a KDF fed Klingon. And he's in the Defiance. Would I love to have this on him? Sure. Am I actually using him? No. If I'm going to build a Defiant to mow through pixels for our nightly PP shenanigans, you bet believe I'm going to put that on my main, who has go for the kill trait. So for me, the go for kill trait account-wide is not worth it for me. But it may be worth it for newer captains who are interested and who love the Dominion. They're not my personal fave. Captains, you know I'm a Fetty boy through and through. But I don't regret getting that ship then just for the trait for my main. I've used it on a previous Defiant build. Captains, you know, in any cannon rapid fire build that or I've made over the years. Since having that trait, I have used it. I love it. It's a great trait. It feels more natural, especially with cannon rapid fire. So it's great. That is pretty good in terms of pricing. I just wish they would, like I had mentioned while going through this blog, they would make things better, like Mark 15, ultra rare, give me more EC, 25 mil. That would be great. And then you have this WEYOUN that has a space trait. So I'm not sure if it's worth it for that alone for me. Might be for some newer captains who are going down that rabbit hole of DPS chasing. Again, there's many ways to boost your weapon, your crit chance, your crit severity. This is kind of cool. Occasionally distributes catch yourself away to Jem'Hadar away team members, automatically refreshing their boosts. That's cool. But again, I'm on the fence about this because I already own the trait, go for the kill, and I have the ship. I do have a Jem'Hadar Toon 1, and he's flying the T5U. Now, when I first came into Game Captains back in 2014, the bug ship was all the rage. And to finally actually to have had it in game when I got it, of course, you actually do come with when you first create a Jem'Hadar character, it gives you a bug ship. But I actually do have a ultra rare token from the Phoenix prize pack, which I actually did get that ship, the actual T5 version, because the one that you get from the Jem'Hadar when you make one is kind of a watered down version. So this is a better one. Of course, the T6 is the better one, but and as I mentioned, I got that. Now, the other interesting thing here is the quad cannons. I do love me some quad cannons. I do have the disruptor version. I do have the plasma version, of course, the phaser version. The only thing I don't like about them is sometimes visually when you're firing, they squiggle. I'm not sure, captains, if you run across that visually. I do. So there's that. But again, like I said before, seeing the bug ship on screen, okay, they fired beams. A single beam at that. But there's that. Now, there is also this thing I saw last night, which again, I thought was sort of a lost opportunity. These things come with wingmen. It would have been so much better if, two things, the wingmen were actual bug ships. You rarely saw these bug ships flying alone. The wingmen should have been bug ships. That is what it should have been, in my opinion. Could you imagine flying your bug ship and having your wingmen as other bug ships? I think that would be a total win. Also, I wish we could take off that alpha and beta above them. That is so annoying. When Kale did the reveal last night when I was watching the VOD, pulled back, of course, all you can see this big alpha, beta. I hate that. I wish they could just take that off. Again, it would have been nice if these wingmen were actual bug ships. That would have been cool. So for me, captains, just gonna throw here. I'm gonna think about it. I have until April 28th to think if this is worth it for me to get. Of course, my Jem'Hadar would get the T6 version. I would use the cannon skin. I don't personally like this. Going to now speak about visually. This actually looks like one of the actual Jem'Hadar ships already in the C-Store, just turned around. I see its little wings there, so it's still kind of, well, not wings, but why it's called the bug ship, because it has these like little beetle wings at the back here. I never really like these angular, hard looks. I get it, it's a visual, and even Thomas said, or Mr. Ortiz actually had a gun that looked like this, and all he did was mirror it, and lo and behold, there's the new Tier 6 bug ship. So visually not my favorite looking, not going to lie. Would have been better for me if I get this. I will be using the cannon ship. Would have been better for me if they would have made this sort of not as a hard angle, maybe a little straight, to sort of mimic straighter and shorter, because that would have been way too long. Now, having said that, you can kit bash. This is kit bash friendly with all the versions of the bug ships. So they were showing it off as well. There were some good mixtures to be had there. Again, personally for me, I would just use the cannon skin. So there it is, captains. It's not for me. It might be for you. Okay, when I say it's not for me yet, maybe. I don't know, not yet. I'm not sure. It's a good ship. It's a good platform. You can do whatever you want, especially for the content that I play. It would be able to do just the nightly PP shenanigans, no problem. I'd probably try a torp boat on it, of course. It would still do well. As long as you synergize your build, you can do whatever build you want. Of course, cannons, they're leaning towards cannon on this. I think the seating's well enough that you can get away with anything you want to do with this ship and perform nicely under normal and or advanced. Elites, I'm pretty sure the elite captains out there will be able to make this thing and do ridiculous things. I do like this trait. That sounds really cool, and that's a trait that you can actually use account-wide. So that's something to think about. So for me, again, I'm not sure 100%. I've said it already. It's interesting to have, and they're paying attention to about the competitive war games because they know those cues don't pop. So here you go, buy it out, have at her. But for me, it's easy enough to get those marks via just events, as I have proven with my PS4 account. So you get the trait, go for the kill. You get the account unlock trait, which is really cool. You get to use, of course, the attack ship skin if you want the bug ship. It's a cannon skin. I'm not so sold on this experimental weapon, but that's also boff, WEYOUN. That's kind of cool. I like how they're playing that. So they really catered this, of course, to appeal, yes, to our higher elite captains DPS. I find that this bundle could have been better, as I'd mentioned before, going over this. But there it is, captains. There's my 2 ECs. We'll see. If I get it, we'll do a video on it. We'll do a build video to see what I can come up with it. But to ask the question, is it worth it? If you're new and you have the means to get it, I think so. For me, I'm still on the fence, as you can tell. I'm humming and hawing, but it is a great ship. A lot of captains love the Dominion, and this is the first legendary ship that they're getting, so I know a lot of captains that do have a lot of Jem'Hadar characters, mostly to farm Dill, what? But at the end of the day, it's totally up to you if this is worth it or not. It has a lot of good things, it seems. I believe that the things that I had mentioned could be integrated in a next sort of legendary captain bundle, because captains, you know, we're gonna get more of these things because if last year was any indication, 2021, of how great their sales were, you can bet we're going to get more legendary ships. I wouldn't be surprised if any other upcoming ships that we've seen on screen, Stargazer, is going to come into Star Trek Online and already be right off the bat a legendary ship, which I would be all for. I couldn't care less what they put on it. Well, I sort of do, but for me, captains, it's all about space barbers. So there it is. There's my 2 ECs. It's coming, captains. Leave a comment below. Is this something that you're going to get? Like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel to help us reach more like-minded captains. But with that said, we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.